Good evening, intuitives. Thank you for all the new subscribers and those of you that have been commenting, especially those that have commented how much my videos help, because that's why they exist. And thanks for giving me a sense of purpose, because my life is total crap right now. More bad news, that turf sales rep job that I was very well qualified for and impressed the interviewer of how much knowledge of the chemicals I retained and even some of the prices, diseases that they're used for, and popular packages to put together based on diseases that usually pop up without warning, like Pythium. Well, I was offered the position, and then I was waiting to hear back to sign the paperwork, and I found out today that it's like, whoa, we decided we're going to go in a different direction here at the last minute. I'm like, somebody's relative need a job. I'm like, did you pull the old Chester County nepotism on me? He's like, well, I wouldn't. I'm like, don't lie to me. Yeah, you did. I can hear it in your voice. I just called him out. That's my new thing now. I usually, for a while, I've been pretty polite about, not freaking people out with my intuition when they bullshit me and try to play dumb and play along. No, in Chester County now, you bullshit me, I call you out. Which leads me into the topic of this video. Why do INFJs play dumb sometime? And oh yes, we do. We can act all aloof, unintimidating. Like we're not even paying attention to what's going on. But in reality, we see all and we can tear you asunder with our minds when we so choose. And when we do, it usually scares the hell out of people. Especially if you do it within an INFJ rage, especially if you're male. Not that female INFJs can't be intimidating, but the parallel that I always use is, let's assume that Daenerys Targaryen is real, and it's not Emilia Clarke playing a character, but the actual character is a real person in the real world. Take out the dragons and all that. Her getting in your face, screaming and hollering is less intimidating than me doing it. I'm 6 foot, 170 pounds. So, though she would do everything else better than me as far as leadership and all that, as far as intimidation and, toe-to-toe fight with somebody, I would have the advantage. So why do INFJs play dumb at times? Well, one reason is so we can be more relatable. We come off as very intense, very deep, very philosophical, hard to relate to, unapproachable, something that I was called for many years. And, I began to believe it. But then sometimes, like, people that you wouldn't think would have the balls to approach someone like me would, but it would never end well due to the machinations of others. Not that I'm, subtly talking about anything. Another reason is we're tired of being referred to as wise beyond our years, old soul, the wise old man, the wise woman, the cunning man. I know that's a wise woman and cunning man are witch things. So I embrace that. But yeah, we're all, especially younger, you're tired of when you go too deep too soon, go too full INFJ on people that you're like work friends with or casual acquaintances, casual friends. You let people know that you can see things and that, see what others can't, put things together. They might think it's cool at first, but then they're going to use your ass. That was me in high school. It's like, oh, let's use his brain, What am I, your human lie detector? Say what, tell us what's going to happen here, man. Is this a good idea? Is she cheating on me? Is she into him? What do you see? I don't wanna, I don't know, and I don't care. Yeah, fine. But then they use you as some sort of prop or tool or party trick. And we get tired of that, especially when, they claim to be your friend and you help them time after time and ask for nothing in return. And the second you step out of line with whatever their groupthink is, they stab you in the back without warning and vilify you. Oh, high school, how I hated thee. But yeah, so we're tired of being the wise one, the one who's always, people are always like leaning on, not because they would ever give a fuck about what we're going through, just because it's like, oh, they'll figure it out. And, then fuck them. Okay, you're of no use to me right now. Go back in the closet until we need you again. The broom closet. Because I wasn't out of the broom closet back then. Now I am. Broom closet's a witchcraft term. I talked about that. Watch my video on it. Or don't if it'll cause you to unsubscribe. I know some of you don't like my witchcraft videos and don't watch them. Or if you're just, or they're there if you're curious, if you want to know like what actual witches think and do. I took notes for this one, by the way. Got a couple bullet points. I make sure I get them all. Ooh, big one. People always tell us, why so serious? Like, yeah, well, we're serious when we need to be. If an INFJ is being serious, there's usually a reason for it because I'm usually pretty sarcastic and joking. And the past 2 years, really more of like the sad clown because, again, lost my dream job and my home in a place where I actually wanted to be. And, no unconditional love in my life. That's all three. You go from 2 out of 3 to 0 to 3. It's pretty fucking depressing, especially if you end up back in the one place in the world you thought so long and fought so hard to escape. Yeah. So, but yeah, we often get accused of being too serious. But when we are too serious, well, not too serious, we are serious when the situation calls for it. Like if we're being serious about telling somebody, like, you're being abused, you need to get out of this situation, this person's using you, you have a drug problem, um, you have a gambling problem. Usually there's a reason behind it. If we're being very serious, it usually means there's serious ramifications. Or if we just fell head over heels with somebody, we're letting them know that we're not bullshitting you just to get you in bed. This is actually how we feel. This is what I notice about you that other people typically don't notice. I not only notice it, but like it and appreciate it. And I'm not lying because we're bad at that. But sometimes we can go too serious, too fast, fall too fast, too hard, kind of thing. It's who we are. We can't change it. So being, pretending to be dumber than we are, sometimes we use that tactic to try to get to know somebody better. So, we don't come off as too intense or too serious. And the purpose of that is to see if somebody will open up to us first, to see if there's actual things in common, actual connections, to see if that lets us know, like us playing dumb, let somebody else open up first before we decide to open up. Because after all, we do have those trust issues with good reason. And playing dumb allows us to get to know somebody and for them not to be intimidated by how different and intense and serious and intuitive we are. Or if we're going to go back to my high school days, I was just referred to as spooky. Yeah, spooky. Like Fox Mulder, who was my hero at the time. Just replaced the whole alien thing with the occult, and it's pretty much the same guy. Well, I was a lot younger. Would have been a good candidate to play his son on the show. Just saying. Bring it back, and I'll do it. We'll act for money, poorly, but anything to get me out of here. Sorry, I'm trying to not be too serious. Sometimes we play dumb as a tactic to work better with a team. So, playing dumb allows us to take a step back so that our seriousness, our intensity, our intuition isn't being exploited too much. In other words, like, you lead. It's like, I don't feel like it. Like, this isn't really, I was told I got to work in a team. I don't really want to work in a team. This isn't my kind of thing that I want to take the reins on. So I'll be a little aloof and let somebody else do it. I'll do my fair share and nothing more. You're not going to exploit me to get me to do all the work out of my sense of duty and integrity. Damn you. That kind of thing. It gets us to work with a team better. So, because we're different and intelligent. And sometimes that makes people not like us very much. Good old boys. So, when we want to try to work as a team, that usually a team that, we didn't pick ourselves because we typically don't like to work in teams. We'll play dumb sometimes. Sometimes we play dumb to inspire people too. Yeah, because sometimes when we're playing dumb and we're relying on that, I don't give a fuck attitude, that can inspire some people who may let others make their decisions way too much or all the time to see like, look, this guy seems, like devil may care, rebel without a cause. Like, it's kind of inspiring. He's not being too serious. It's like, yeah, how long can I keep this up? Kind of thing. But, sometimes it does help. Another big reason is not to play dumb is so that others will share their ideas with us. And sometimes that's with people that we actually want to get to know. So we want to get to know things about them, know their ideas to see if they coincide with ours before we, let ours out. Because again, can't say it enough. trust issues. We're very selective of who knows who and what we believe and what we like, and how we're different than most people, especially if, like me, if you're from a narcissistic family, because then that the trust issues to extreme there, because you had to have trust issues. You couldn't trust anyone, because if you let anybody know how you were different than their precious status quo, then they'd come at you more than they already are. Oh yes, black sheep INFJ in a narcissistic family. It was a blast. We like people, we play dumb because we like people to tell us things first. I already went over that one, but I'm going to mention it again because it's really important. We don't like to make the first move. So if we play dumb, maybe other people will too. And we're very good at being quiet and listening. And then when we obtain enough information that can lead right into a deep conversation instead of painful small talk, then we'll open up when we feel like it, if we feel like it. Sometimes we play dumb because we actually do want feedback from other people, and we want them to give it to us without apprehension. In other words, like, oh, I want to know what you really think without you having the fear of me spotlighting you or completely tearing you apart by, looking into your eyes and seeing who you really are and all your fears and all your lies and all the stuff you don't want people to know that most people can't see, but I can. But right now I want your genuine feedback. So be honest with me, and I'm going to play dumb like I can't see those things, because if you knew I could see those things, you'd probably try to kiss my ass so I didn't tear you asunder. Yeah, like that. And sometimes we play dumb because we just want to soothe our psychological strain. We don't feel like being super deep. We don't feel like being the party trick. We don't feel like being the person who's expected to figure everything out and, tell people how to fix their issues and see what others can't, to put the pieces of the puzzle together. Sometimes we just don't want to put the pieces of the puzzle together. We want somebody else to do it. So that can be another reason why we play dumb. Maybe we're burnt out. Maybe we're in an NITI loop, and maybe we can't put the pieces of the puzzle together because we're obsessing about something that we can't stop thinking about, and it's just spinning around and around and around and around. Yeah, so that would be my last reason. So I hope this video helped of why INFJs play dumb sometimes. The biggest reason would probably be because they don't trust you. So if you're getting annoyed, if someone's an INFJ and they're like, why are they playing dumb? Why are they still playing dumb? Well, if it's somebody you really want to get to know, pull them aside and talk to them one-on-one and see if they open up then. A lot of times in a group setting, we won't. Because I'll play dumb because if I be me, then I might get interrogated. And I don't feel like getting interrogated right now. Why is everybody up in my business? We don't like that. We're big on free will and people making their own decisions and fuck groupthink and all that. So another reason why we play dumb, so people don't come at us and disapprove of our decisions that aren't their decisions, and especially if it's our decisions and somebody else's decisions but not their decisions, but where it's not supposed to be between two people, it's supposed to be what the group thinks, even though it's supposed to be just between those two people that the situation actually pertains to. That kind of thing. But all in all, playing dumb, a lot of times, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it really catches people off guard when you let that facade down and you're like, hey, I told you I could see shit. Now I'm gonna tell you what I've been seeing and you can't handle it being said in person. Stuff like that. Done that quite a few times over the years. You catch that person off guard who tries to tear you apart, and then you tear them apart way, way worse. So, INFJs, I hope that helped. I hope that helps people who are trying to better understand INFJs as to why sometimes INFJs feel the need to play dumb, and in those situations, why that would seem like the best option. As always, trust your intuition, INFJs, when you feel if you should be playing dumb or being super serious. Your call, not mine. Trust your intuition. And do not sell out your integrity playing dumb to try to placate to those who just want to use you. And please like and subscribe and help the channel grow. And watch my older videos. I could use the views.